Welcome back to Street Pigeon MTB. Now, those of you that follow the channel know that it is mostly based around vlogs. However, the thing that got the channel started and the thing I'm still keen to do is show off individual trails. The idea behind that is that I give enough detail to give you a really good idea of what a trail is going to be like when you visit there. The trail I've chosen today is Decade. A Decade is a trail at Cademuir. In my opinion, it's one of the best trails in the valley, certainly one of the most gnarly trails in terms of how exposed it is. So I'm really keen to share this trail with you, and I hope that if you haven't already, it encourages you to go and ride it. So the trail itself is really interesting. If we go to Trail Forks, you can see that actually it's not a particularly long trail. We've got just under 500 meters or half a kilometer for distance. However, the altitude change or the drop is just over 100 meters in that short space of time. So it is a steep trail. Now, don't be fooled. The grade on Trail Forks says it's a sort of 30% gradient average. That's true, but that's an average. The steepest bits in the trail are getting closer to 50% gradient, which is really, really steep. Worth noting, I would say the trail, you can split up into three parts. To get to the start of the trail and the beginning of the trail, you contour over the hill. Now, there isn't a particular drop here. What is worth noting though is there's quite a few off-camber routes. They're quite slippy, quite slimy, so they do require some attention. The second part of the trail is where I think it gets really interesting, and I'd call it the shale part of the trail. It's signified by an incredibly steep drop-in. The GoPro footage that you will see in a second does not do it justice. It is really, really steep. After that, you start to run into a set of kind of switchbacks and berms on shale, and they are really, really nice. Can be a little bit scary, it plays the head a bit. It is steep, and I think the fact that you can see from the trail right down to the bottom of the valley does make it a little bit more of a head game. The third part of the trail is when you come off the shale, and again you get onto kind of sort of natural stuff. It's not as easy as it looks on the GoPro. You sort of have to take your time. Again, there's a kind of few wee roots and things, but you just have to kind of take care. So that's my kind of brief description of Decade. I'm going to show you some GoPro footage now of a full rundown Decade. It was taken on my last ride with McTrail Rider. If you want to go and see that vlog, actually just go and see the vlogs. But if you haven't ridden it already, go and give it a go. Just be aware though that when you get into that second section, that initial drop in, it's pretty steep, but definitely worth a visit if you've not been there already. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed this full trail expose, and I'll hopefully see you again on the channel soon for some more vlogs. See you soon. Cheers.
Okay guys, Jesus, let's go. It's so windy. This is making me pretty nervous. Oh my goodness me. So hard to ride this in these conditions. Maybe a bit foolhardy. That wind is making me really anxious. Keeps trying to blow the bike. Oh my goodness. Concentrate. Oh. It's actually a really well built trail, but I'm certainly not going to go loose in these conditions. Oh man. The wind is literally trying to turn me. Oh sugar, that's not the track. Still on it though. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you get any footage. Concentrate, well let's concentrate. Just stay loose, concentrate. This is the end of the trail, but I can still get easily caught out. Oh my goodness me! My goodness me! Oh.